Let's start our weekend off with some creativity. I'm Molly Phillip and this is Studio Saturdays, and we're continuing to celebrate LGBTQ+ History Month by creating our own identity portraits inspired by queer and transgender artist Cobi Moules.
For this project, you'll need the following materials: a mirror, 8 crayons in different colors, and a sheet of white paper. But before we get started, let's take a closer look at our featured artwork from the collection. This is Colby Moules' Untitled Playground, made in 2009, and is an oil painting on canvas. Cobi Moles is a contemporary artist who explores his place in the world as a queer and a transgender man through his artwork. The word contemporary describes people or things that live or are made in the present day. Contemporary artists make work that's related to their own lives or that address current social, political, or cultural themes. In Moles' case, he paints highly detailed landscapes that he fills with multiple images of himself interacting with each other and the world around them to create spaces of acceptance for himself and the wider LGBTQ+ community. By showing himself connecting with nature in these scenes, Moles hopes the viewer will better understand that being queer and transgender is as natural and beautiful as the landscapes he paints. Moles takes a different approach to these scenes in Untitled Playground. Made early in his career, Moles depicts 16 versions of himself as a young teenager playing on playground equipment and in the area around it to show different parts of his personality and emotional expression. Like his other works, Moles uses these versions of himself to not only promote self-acceptance and self-love, but also to promote acceptance and celebration of the LGBTQ+ community. For today's craft, we'll be taking a closer look at ourselves and our own expressions by creating a layered self-portrait made up of all our different facial expressions. Each portrait will be made with a different color to represent our different emotions, but it's up to you to decide what colors you'll use to show your different emotions. For example, I'll be using yellow to represent happiness. If you need help matching colors to emotions, feel free to do some research or talk to a family member, guardian, or a friend to see what they think. My portraits will also be made using one continuous line and will be connected to each other to show how all of my different emotions are a part of me. You're welcome to draw your portraits however you'd like, but be sure to draw big so that your portraits will overlap. For an extra challenge, you can try blind contour drawing your portraits, meaning that you don't look down at your drawing or lift up your pencil from your paper until you think you finished drawing. Blind contour drawing requires close looking and careful movements, so take as much time as you need. Here's some questions to think about while you work. What colors represent different emotions? And if you'll be using blind contour drawing, what do you think will be the hardest part of making your drawing? Once you're done, see if the end result looks the way you expected. Place your mirror where you can easily see yourself. Decide if you'd like to make a horizontal portrait or a vertical portrait like me. Either is fine. Choose your first color and think about which emotion you'd like to represent. I'm using blue, which is a color that sometimes makes people think about unhappiness, so I think this first portrait will be a sad face. Look at yourself in the mirror and make the face that matches your emotion. Try to hold the expression the whole time you draw your portrait. Start drawing using a continuous line. That means you'll try not to lift your crayon off the paper until you're done. Repeat this process with different colors and emotions until you've filled your page, or decided you've finished. I'm using red for angry, yellow for happy, green for disgusted, purple for surprised, orange for relaxed, and black for worried. Remember that there are no mistakes in art, only outcomes you didn't expect. Don't worry if your portrait doesn't look exactly like you, and just have fun with the drawing process.
Thanks so much for joining me today while we made some identity portraits inspired by Cobi Moules. And be sure to tune in next time where we'll be making geometric animal masks inspired by Juan Travieso. Have a good weekend!
Thanks again for joining us for Studio Saturdays. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to find out when a new video is uploaded. Have a good day!